Creating a news agenda that reflects an unbiased view of Asian current affairs without relying on external news sources. Asia Vision, Asian news through Asian eyes.
Assalamu alaikum and welcome to Avian News. I'm your host Malak Ahmed Fayaz, here to bring you the global news that matters. In the next half hour, we'll cover everything from world politics to cultural insights. Stay tuned. The Palestinian militant group says that the Hamas leader was assassinated in the early hours of the morning in Iran, drawing fears of wide escalation in a region shaken by Israel's war in Gaza and a worsening conflict in Lebanon.
Iran's Revolutionary Guards confirmed the death of Haniyeh hours after he attended a swearing-in ceremony for the country's new president and said it was investigating. According to Iranian media, Iran's President Masoud Pezeshkian said on Wednesday it will defend its territorial integrity, dignity, honor and pride and will make the terrorist occupiers regret their cowardly act of assassinating Hamas leader Ismail Haniyeh in Tehran. There was no immediate comment from Israel. The Israeli military said it was conducting a situational assessment but had not issued any new security guidelines for the civilians. U.S. Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin said Washington would work to try to ease tensions, but said the United States would help defend Israel if it were attacked. Senior Hamas official Sami Abu Zuhri told Reuters that this assassination by the Israeli occupation is a grave escalation that aims to break the will of Hamas. The assassination of Haniyeh comes as Israel's campaign in Gaza approaches the end of its 10th month, with no signs of an end to a conflict that has shaken the Middle East and threatened to spiral into a wider regional conflict. Despite anger at Netanyahu's government from families of the Israeli hostages still held in Gaza and mounting international pressure for a ceasefire, talks brokered by Egypt and Qatar appear to have faltered. At the same time, the risk of a war between Israel and Hezbollah has grown. Haniyeh, normally based in Qatar, has been the face of the Palestinian group's international diplomacy as the war raged in Gaza. Appointed to the Hamas top job in 2017, he has moved between Turkey and Qatar's capital Doha, escaping the travel curbs of the blockaded Gaza Strip and enabling him to act as a negotiator in ceasefire talks or to talk to Hamas ally Iran. His death following the killing of his deputy Salah al-Awri earlier this year by Israel leaves Yahya al-Sinwar, the Hamas chief in the Gaza Strip, and Zahir Jabarin, the head of the group in the West Bank. Further ahead, Khaled Mishal, the group's former chief, has emerged as a potential replacement as the public face of Hamas, but it remains unclear how the succession will be handled. Since October 7th, Israel has launched a relentless ground and air offensive in the densely populated coastal enclave that has killed more than 39,400 people and left more than 2 million facing a severe humanitarian crisis.
In a bid to prevent a polio epidemic in Gaza, UN humanitarians repeat continuing international calls for ceasefire to allow a mass vaccination campaign to get underway.
Almost 10 months of war and intense Israeli bombardment have shattered healthcare in Gaza and disrupted routine inoculation rounds for youngsters, leaving them exposed to a range of preventable diseases including polio, which the UN World Health Organization (WHO) confirmed had been identified last month in several sewage samples taken from Gaza. Speaking to journalists in Geneva, WHO spokesperson Christian Lindmeier said that a ceasefire would be the best solution, before calling at the very least for the enclave's roads to be kept clear and for safe access for medical and other relief supplies. According to WHO, no cases of paralysis have been reported so far. UN Children's Fund UNICEF spokesperson James Elder said that if a child receives the full course of vaccine, the risk of contracting paralyzing polio is negligible. Condemning the reported destruction last week of a key water treatment station in the southern city of Rafah, Elder underscored the additional health dangers this had created for Gazans now that it had been blown up. He added that it is yet another grim reminder on these assaults on families who are already in desperate need of water. Today across Gaza, average water availability has fallen to between 2 and 9 liters per person per day, whereas the minimum should be 15 liters. In its latest update issued, the UN Aid Coordination Office said that more than 200,000 people in Gaza, 9% of the population, have been forcibly displaced by Israeli evacuation orders. Directives issued by the Israeli authorities impacted Rafah, Khan Yunis and Deir al-Bala, where a combined 56,000 people had been sheltering. It said before warning that the development comes at a time when water, sanitation and hygiene conditions are being further eroded in Gaza, with infectious diseases on the rise.
Paris has taken new steps to ensure green measures in the 2024 Olympics. The Paris Olympic Village is a great example of this effort, emphasizing sustainability.
The Paris Olympic Village is setting a new benchmark for sustainability in the history of the Games. Designed with the environment in mind, it features 16,000 cardboard beds, a step toward making the event more eco-friendly. The food menu has also undergone a major overhaul, with over 60% of meal options being vegetarian to lower the carbon footprint. Around 40,000 meals are served daily. Athletes can train within 20 minutes and compete for medals within 30 minutes from their accommodation.
Basically, like as compared to Asian Games, this the organizing committee, they basically make all the arrangement eco-friendly. Like if you see the bed and all, they make with the cardboards, so there is no wooden thing as used. And plus the cooling facility, basically they use the groundwater system. The internal pipelines are going inside the walls, and they have provided. I'm thankful to our IOC committee. They have provided a pedestrian friend to each and every room, and the weather is so pleasant as compared to our India. Plus the food quality is good. Earlier they were facing problem, but now everything is managed so well, and we are getting too much good facilities from IOC India.
इको फ्रेंडली भी है और सब एक साथ भी रह रहे हैं तो काफी अच्छा है सर.
The village boasts an advanced cooling system to ensure a comfortable environment. The system uses a district cooling network with chilled water to regulate the air temperature. Rooftop solar panels increase the use of renewable energy.
All apartments have an underfloor cooling system that can reduce the temperature of an external temperature from 6 to 10 degrees. And all depending also where your apartment is situated in the building, of course. But we know that there are some athletes that needs less than this. And we also know that during the Paralympics, we have some athletes that have some thermoregulation problems that really need some very cool temperature inside.
This environment-friendly approach significantly lowers energy usage and reduces the carbon footprint associated with the Games. Paris is setting a new standard for sustainable Olympic villages.
With its innovative design and eco-friendly initiatives, the Paris Olympic Village exemplifies a commitment to the sustainability. From cardboard beds to vegetarian meals and advanced cooling system, every aspect aims to reduce environmental impact. By setting this new standard, Paris is not only hosting a mega event but also paves the way for the future event to prioritize the planet. With camera person Senthil, Narayan Singh, DD India, Paris.
National Rifle Association of India's Secretary General Kunwar Sultan Singh talks about Manu's historic victory and Indian government's support to its sportspersons.
The first medal for India here at the Paris Games, and we can say that the Manu, the kind of the form she gained yesterday, she carried that form today here in the finals of the 10-meter air pistol event, and we can say that it was neck to neck, and she missed a silver or a gold by a whisker. We can say that kudos to her, also to the National Rifle Association, the kind of hard work they had done, our athletes. And to put more light on this, I am joined by the General Secretary of the National Rifle Association of India, Sultan Kuwar Singh. Sir, a very warm welcome. Congratulations to you people. Hard work of our athletes, hard work of the National Rifle Association and the Sports Ministry. How you look this achievement? It has been started and now it will reignite the passion among all athletes?
Yes. Congratulations to the nation, India. This is the first medal at Paris Olympics, and we are so glad to enter into the medal race with our bronze medal in shooting. We are carrying the largest squad, and along with this, today we also, two of my other shooters, Arjun and Ramita, also have qualified for the finals for tomorrow, and we see a great hope being translated into medals tomorrow also. This is the start, and now you say the windows have opened up, and now we will see the rain coming soon.
Sir, if you take a look, India has the largest contingent, a very highly talented pool of shooters. There are 21 shooters. So tell how you strategize all the things, how you prepared so that our shooters can win the medal. Tell the strategy behind all this.
See, it is a consistent and it is a very joint drive by the support of the Government of India, the funders, the Ministry of Sports, the Sports Authority of India. Each one of us, we deliberated and gone into individualized plans for each of the shooters to make them to come at this pedestal.
So fans are also there. We are joined by the few fans here. They are enjoying this. So how you look this? So Manu has won there. We can say ecstatic about this win, and the fans are here. Can you say what's your opinion on this? You watched the match?
So yes, we did, and I think she's been getting a lot of flack over the years. I have been maintaining this. She's been one of our most consistent shooter, and I'm incredibly happy and proud of her. I can't express it in my words. She's been one of the best shooters for us over the last 6-7 years. She's been leading Indian shooting, and she's the first one who qualified from Tokyo to Paris, and she's the first one to get us a medal as well. Yes.
So she is the first female to win a medal for India in the Olympics, and we know that it's a hard work from the Manu also, and the kind of support they are getting from the system. But the most important thing is that it has been started here at the Paris Games.
A sprawling solar power plant covering thousands of acres in northern China's Qubaki Desert is spearheading the country's drive towards a greener future, revitalizing the once barren landscape and helping combat climate change.
The power station, located in Dalat-Bana, an administrative region in Inner Mongolia, boasts 196,000 solar panels that were installed in the pattern of a galloping horse when viewed from above. It forms only part of a larger solar farm that's able to provide enough clean electricity for over 300,000 people annually. Together with 4 other similar solar farms stretching across the western part of Inner Mongolia, they form what's called a solar panel Great Wall. In an interview with China Global Television Network (CGTN), Li Kai, the director of the local energy bureau office, said the scale of the solar farm is still expanding. Currently under construction, this 21st century Great Wall of clean electricity is planned to be 400 kilometers long and an average of 5 kilometers wide, and is expected to contribute to ecological management of 9 million mu of desert and PV management of 3 million mu, while supporting 10 gigawatts of new energy capacity. With a solar farm like this, one saves 68,000 metric tons of standard coal annually and reduces carbon dioxide emissions by 1.65 million tons each year. In addition to providing clean energy, the vast array of solar panels serves as a first line of defense against desert sand blowing into the Yellow River, better protecting water quality and the communities that rely on it. The solar panels also play an important role in combating desertification, by allowing vegetation to grow underneath them. The shade provided by the solar panels creates this microclimate underneath, which better retains soil moisture from evaporation by sunlight.
China's cross-border e-commerce trade rose 10.5% year-on-year on top 1.22 trillion yuan in the first 6 months of 2024.
The trade growth was propelled by a series of measures aimed at bolstering cross-border e-commerce in China. These measures include the establishment of pilot zones for cross-border e-commerce, the enlargement of the list of cross-border e-commerce retail imports, and continuously improved customs clearance supervision for cross-border e-commerce. Liu Daliang, director of the GSE's Statistical Analysis Department, said that they are now working on promoting a mechanism of checking cross-border e-commerce goods for export before shipment and expanding pilot plans for cross-free trade zone returns of cross-border e-commerce retail commodities for export to better meet the demand of customers and businesses. Chinese brands, whether it is a traditional dress or an electronic product, have growing global appeal. In 2023, Chinese brands saw their exports rise 9.3%, accounting for 21% of the country's total export value. Meanwhile, China's new energy products witnessed a notable uptick in the export share. Presently, approximately 40% of China's exported cars are electric vehicles, around 70% of exported rail locomotives are electric, and nearly 90% of the exported storage batteries are lithium-ion batteries.
Eastern Thailand is grappling with severe flooding after heavy rainfall prompting Prime Minister Thavisin to call an emergency meeting for August 5th to discuss flood management strategies.
The provinces of Trat and Chantaburi have been particularly hard hit. In Chantaburi, water levels in the main river have begun to stabilize, but heavy overnight rain has caused severe flooding in outlying areas. The first wave of floodwaters has passed through the city, but additional water flow is expected. The city's economic areas have experienced minor flooding, with some areas waiting for water drainage. Trat province has experienced continuous rainfall since July 25th, leading to widespread flooding in Khao Saming district. Aerial footage shows extensive inundation in Sato sub-district, where varying elevations complicate drainage efforts. Local authorities in Trat have set up mobile kitchens to provide meals and drinking water to stranded residents. Strong currents on the highway have made it impossible for vehicles. Prime Minister Stretha has instructed relevant ministries and security agencies to coordinate comprehensive water management efforts. The upcoming meeting at the Royal Irrigation Department will focus on short, medium and long-term plans. The Ministry of Defence will work with the armed forces to provide military personnel to assist in flood-prone areas.
In the first 7 months of this year, Vietnam's total export turnover of agricultural, forestry and fishery products reached more than $34.3 billion.
Notably, wood exports maintained their growth momentum, reaching $8.78 billion, an increase of nearly 22%. The demand for wooden products is expected to be even higher in the last few months of the year, creating opportunities for Vietnamese enterprises to boost production. Thanks to its proactive efforts to explore new markets, this company has seen 15% increase in wood export volume. About 80 containers are expected each month. Tong Hu Hein, the director of Truk Mai Phuto Company Limited, said that the Indian market has emerged as a new market. Adding that Japan also holds a lot of potential for businesses, the director expressed confidence that the wood market will continue to thrive compared to the beginning of the year. According to the Vietnam Timber and Forest Products Association, the number of wood orders increased by 22% in the first half of the year. Some businesses even have orders until almost the end of the year. Tariff barriers have been removed thanks to a free trade agreements, boosting the competitiveness of Vietnamese wood products. Despite many advantages, the wood industry also faces challenges in meeting green standards like anti-deforestation, reducing greenhouse gas emissions, and ecological design in major markets. In 2024, the wood and forestry industry aims to export $17.5 billion. This target is considered feasible given the current growth rate.
Nine regions in Spain on orange alert as temperature rises to 42 degrees.
The heat has not let up and continues one more day across nearly all of Spain. After a night that will also be hot in inland areas and the southern peninsula, the thermometers will mark high maximums according to the forecasts. Up to 9 municipalities remain under orange warning for highs that will rise to 42 degrees Celsius. As reported by the meteorological agency, the most affected community will be Andalusia. The only province which will escape the orange alert is Tarragona with lower temperatures. In the regions, the yellow alert is in force for temperatures between 34 degrees Celsius and 38 degrees Celsius. The meteorological agency warns that with the orange alert, there is an important meteorological risk with some danger for usual activities, and with the yellow alert, there is no risk for the population in general, although there is for some specific activities. The agency also expects the remnants of Dana to finish crossing the peninsula, with clouds moving from the southwest to the northeast, with clouds of development in the northern half and the third of the east.
The World Health Organization reports that Rwanda is among the top 7 countries globally with robust measures to control hepatitis.
Muzawiera Anosiata, a 64-year-old woman from Nyamagabe district, has been hospitalized at Nyarugenge Hospital in Kigali. She was admitted after being diagnosed with hepatitis B. Despite high illness, Muzawiera is grateful for the care she's receiving and is showing improvement.
I
was gravely ill and had diarrhea, which weakened me significantly. My children brought me to the hospital, where they quickly treated the diarrhea. After that, they ran additional tests and discovered that I had hepatitis. They immediately started treating me, giving me various medications. Now, I'm feeling better. I don't know much about the disease, but I trust that the doctors who know more about it will treat me appropriately. In various parts of Kigali, some residents report that they were fortunate to be diagnosed with hepatitis C and vaccinated against hepatitis B. They expressed appreciation for the government's measures to protect them. I once lived with someone who had hepatitis. I saw how it affected my friend. His legs and belly would swell. We went to the hospital and they confirmed it was indeed hepatitis. At that moment, I decided to get tested as well, and thankfully, I tested negative. However, some people have expressed that they did not have the opportunity to participate in the campaign for hepatitis diagnosis and vaccination. They are concerned about their health status and request for the campaign to be strengthened and reach everyone.
With the way the government continues to care for us, I think that since community health workers have been trained, they continue to educate residents during community meetings. This way people can understand the importance of being screened. If we were all to get vaccinated early, it would be easier to prevent the disease.
Dr. Nyomuga Fulgence, the doctor in charge of monitoring infectious diseases at Masaka Hospital, advises that to prevent hepatitis, people should avoid unprotected sex, get checked, and participate in vaccinations for themselves and their children, especially since these vaccinations are free of charge.
They should avoid engaging in unprotected sex, get vaccinated, and ensure that their children are vaccinated against the disease. They should also seek early screening to prevent further complications.
The Ministry of Health reports that since the initiation of the 5-year program to eradicate hepatitis in 2018, 8 million people have been screened for hepatitis C, Of these, 60,000 have been diagnosed and treated, with ongoing care for others. In the past 5 years, 5 million people, including children and adults, have been tested for hepatitis B, with 8,000 currently on medication. Additionally, 7 million people have been vaccinated since 2002. Hepatitis B infection rates have decreased from 3% in 2017 to 0.36% in 2023, while hepatitis C rates have risen slightly from 4% to 0.48% during the same period.
And with that, we conclude this edition of AVN News. Thank you all for watching. Hoping you all enjoyed the stories and insights we shared. From all of us here in PSM News, we bid you a good night.
Creating a news agenda that reflects an unbiased view of Asian current affairs without relying on external news sources. Asia Vision, Asian news through Asian eyes.